Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Tucson, Arizona? This is Reyes de la Torre, alongside my co-host,
Andy Blaho.
This is the Radio Randy Show, Freestyle Fridays. We have 5 topics for you today. Our first one is against USC football.
Big game coming up.
Yeah, it's a very big game coming up. Last year we played them in, Compton? USC
At
campus.
USC.
Yeah, and now we got
Came
to
up with
play
a big
them at home.
win.
Yeah, big win. Matt Barkley, he's thrown for over 2,100 yards, 21 TDs, 6 interceptions.
He's a stud, I'm not going to lie.
Those are some pretty good stats right there.
Definitely good stats.
So the passing attack, what do you feel about the passing attack?
That's something we definitely have to worry about because our corners have been solid, yet at the same time have struggled against, Oregon State. We had a tough time, and that's where they kind of exposed our weakness. But against UCLA, we did a little bit better at the beginning of the game, but towards the end of the game, we gave up some huge plays down the field, which resulted in 2 touchdowns, and that's why the score is so close, 29-21.
And we didn't just give up those plays. Like, on that flea flicker, our guy was, beat by 30 yards.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. So I'm worried about their passing game, how prominent it is, and our defensive backs have not been stepping up after we thought they would after the Oregon State game.
Exactly. And then don't forget about their, don't sleep on their two-headed monster with Alan Bradford and Mark Tyler.
Definitely.
I feel like that's the college, version of D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, maybe.
There you go.
Even though Jonathan Stewart's not doing it for me on the fantasy.
So what's your prediction? Do we get the win or USC get the win here at Arizona Stadium?
We'll get the win. It might be ugly, but we'll get the win.
I'm pretty confident. USC, they had a rough time against big powerhouse Oregon. I think we're going to end up winning by, about 10 or 7. I'm very confident in our defense with Ricky Elmore and Brooks Reed at the ends, and our offense once Nick Foles back.
Do you think Foles will be at 100% by then?
I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, that's all we need to know. What's our next topic, Andy?
Our Pac-10 basketball predictions. Who do you got in your top 5 for this season prior to the beginning of the season? We got some exhibition games coming up for several teams. We got one coming up. What do you think is going to be the top of the Pac-10 this year? Who do you think is going to be on top?
I can't be biased here. I feel like it's going to be Washington.
Washington's very good. They've got Abdul Gaddy. They've got Isaiah Thomas, Vinoy Overton, who they say is one of the best on-ball defenders in college basketball. Matthew Bryan Ammoning. Terrence Ross is a nice recruit. Darnell Gant. They got some size up front. I agree with that. I completely agree with Washington being the top team in the Pac-10.
We'll be a solid 2.
Solid 2. I agree with that. We got some great guys coming back. Young team, very talented team. And who do you think is number 3 sneaking in there? Because they say, once again, Pac-10 has a down, we have a down year this year, which I don't want to, agree with, but unfortunately I kind of do because I've seen the way we played last year and how everyone's kind of reloaded. We got some young talent, but I'm going to go with UCLA next personally. They've got Josh Smith coming in as a freshman who's a super big guy. He was kind of bit heavy coming in. I think he's lost some weight, so I think it's going to be big time for them on the inside. Tyler Lamb also coming in. They got Tyler Honeycutt coming back. Malcolm Lee, good point guard. We'll see if Jeremy Anderson could step up as a shooting guard, point guard, hybrid. What do you think?
I'm probably going to agree with UCLA. And then instead of at the 4, my 4th is Stanford rather than Washington State.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like Stanford's going to do it.
I think, I've got Washington State and Arizona State kind of mixing up in there because I feel like Washington State's got an elite scorer in Klay Thompson, and they got some other role players in there. So my top 10 would probably be Washington State, Arizona State. You can mix them between my 4 and 5.
Okay, well, the top 2 players in the Pac-10. Not as far as right now. When it's all said and done, who do you think the top 2 players are going to be?
It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen much, but I like Isaiah Thomas or Klay Thompson probably for Washington State. So you got Washington players coming out of that. I like Derek Williams a lot. It's probably up there with those 3. I don't want to be too biased with Derek Williams. We'll see. We'll see when it's all said and done.
I'm gonna pull the bias and I'm gonna say Isaiah Thomas and Derek Williams.
Okay, I like that. I like those picks. All right, next topic we got is the Heisman Trophy race. We've got Cam Newton up top, Michael James coming in second right now, Kellen Moore, and we've got Andrew Luck for Stanford. Who would you say right now is your Heisman Trophy winner?
Damn. LaMichael James.
LaMichael James?
LaMichael James.
I like that. The problem with that is right now, Cam Newton's under investigation with the NCAA because he allegedly was being solicited for cash to several universities out of junior college. And LaMichael James was already suspended a game. I feel like college football deserves their
White Buffalo.
Their white buffalo, just their all-American guy. And I'm going to go with Kellen Moore right now because his Boise State Broncos are undefeated. Their team's under the radar, and I think it would be cool for college football to have your underdog quarterback who's your all-American boy. He's got 1,800 passing yards, 18 TDs. His passer rating is the highest out of all the top candidates. Although he doesn't have 30 touchdowns like Cam Newton and all those rushing yards, I like Kellen Moore.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. But then again, like we said earlier, Barkley, he's passed for more yards and touchdowns, but, the record isn't there.
That is true. They don't have the same record, and, he's just not up there for whatever reason. Although he is a good quarterback, maybe he'll come back and be a Heisman candidate next year.
Yeah.
Next topic we have is Pac-12 football championship. That is next year. They decided that it's going to be at the site of the team with the best records, home field. What do you think about that?
I don't really agree with it. You know how hard it is just to play at another person's, playing field just when it's just a game. Now it's for a championship.
Imagine us going up to Oregon. They're in the North Division. We're in the South Division. Imagine us going to Oregon for a Pac-12 championship and playing at Autzen Stadium for a a Pac-12 championship. That would be rough.
So if the Pac-12 championship was this year, we would have to go to Oregon twice.
Yeah.
Like, let's say we finish in second.
Yeah.
No, not happening. Not agreeing with me.
So you're like in the neutral site thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have to agree with that. I see where the Pac-12 commissioners are coming from, but I think a neutral site would be a lot cooler. You could fit more people in the stadium, and it'd be just cool, kind of like a traveling type thing. But you know what? They have it set in stone, and that's how it is.
Yeah, I'd rather play in the Home Depot Center where the Galaxy play. I don't want to go to Oregon twice. All right, I think that's gonna do it for us.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You done with your vernaculars?
I'm good for today.
Okay, cool. Thank you for listening. This was the Radio Randy Show.
Radio Randy Show. Thanks for listening, everyone. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Drew Hallett from Michigan.
And I want to give a shout out to Gator. My name is Reyes.
My name's Andy Blaho. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Later.
I'm so fresh, the stylist would agree. Waving at your girl while she's smiling back at me like...